The artist, Kendrick Lamar, released The Heart 5 on May 8th, 2022. In these bars, he speaks of our culture and generalizes how our culture has failed our past leaders. When referring to these leaders, these are individuals in our historical culture who have gone against the system in one way or another and had the capability to initiate a movement or create change on their platforms. Not every follower can lead, and not all leaders want to follow.
I think you'll find, sir, that there will come a time when black people wake up and become intellectually independent enough to think for themselves, as other humans are intellectually independent enough to think for themselves. Then the black man will think like a black man, and he will feel for other black people. And this new thinking and feeling will cause black people to stick together. And then at that point, you'll have a situation where when you attack one black man, you are attacking all black men. And this type of black thinking will cause all black people to stick together. And this type of thinking also will bring an end to the brutality inflicted upon black people by white people. And it is the only thing that will bring an end to it. No federal court, state court, or city court will bring an end to it. It's something that the black man has to bring an end to himself.
When Malcolm X was assassinated in Manhattan on February 21st, 1965, who kept his movement going after his death?
Because I have a dream. My four little children will one day live in a nation where they will not be judged by the color of their skin, but by the content of their character. I have a dream today.
What happened after Dr. Martin Luther King Jr. was assassinated on April 4th, 1968? Who saw that his dream came true? If he were alive today, do you think this would be part of his dream or a nightmare?
But that's all right, because we said even before this happened, and we're going to say it after this, and after I'm locked up, and after everybody's locked up, that you can jail revolutionaries, but you can't jail a revolution. Right. You might run a liberator like Harris Cleave out the country, but you can't run liberation out the country. You might murder a freedom fighter like Bobby Hutton, but you can't murder freedom fighting. And if you do, you come up with answers that don't answer, explanations that don't explain. You come up with conclusions that don't conclude. And you come up with people that you thought should be acting like pigs, just acting like people and moving on pigs. And that's what we've got to do.
When Fred Hampton was gunned down on December 4th, 1969, who continued the revolution?
Because we need some guns. Black people need some peace. White people need some peace. And we are going to have to fight. We're going to have to struggle. We're going to have to struggle relentlessly to bring about some peace, because the people that we're asking for peace, they're a bunch of megalomaniac warmongers, and they don't even understand what peace means. And we've got to fight them. We've got to struggle with them to make them understand what peace means.
Or did the revolution die with him? These are just a few examples of what black people do. They rally behind one leader and put all their eggs in one basket. Then once the leader has fallen, the flock becomes disoriented and lost. During this time, they forget what they were taught and accept whatever happens afterwards, instead of trying to get justice or continue the legacy of their fallen leader. Therefore, they accept that their conditions are inevitable and inescapable. Submit and obey. This continues the feeling of hopelessness, alcohol and drug abuse, and impoverished conditions throughout communities of color.
I'm not looking for approval from the black community, because we don't give approval. You know, we don't really do nothing but exist.